What's up guys, it's Will back again, and today's review is Hell or High Water. Hell or High Water is a crime drama film that was directed by David Mackenzie and primarily follows two brothers living in West Texas who commit a series of bank robberies due to some serious financial troubles. The two brothers, Toby Howard, played by Chris Pine, and Tanner Howard, played by Ben Foster, both have made some mistakes in their lives, but they're looking to correct those mistakes and set up their family and loved ones for years to come with the money they hope to gain from robbing these banks. The film also follows a soon retiring Texas Ranger by the name of Marcus Hamilton, played by Jeff Bridges, and his partner Alberto Parker, played by Gil Birmingham, who attempt to figure out who these bank robbers are and thus stop the robberies from occurring at other nearby banks in the Texas area. The rest of the film is spent going back and forth between the perspectives of the two brothers and Toby and Tanner as they rob various banks and attempt to get away with the money, as well as the two Texas Rangers in Marcus and Alberto, who eventually get on the two brothers' scent and attempt to bring them to justice. Guys, I gotta shoot straight with you on this one. This film is so awesome. I was completely entertained and captivated with this story from beginning to end in a way that I've only experienced a few times over the course of this year's movie cycle. Now, Oscar season hasn't really hit us yet, but I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Even though there's still a lot of really good films that have yet to come out, I'm gonna have to say that this film is a Best Picture nominee at the 2017 Oscars. I don't know if it will win yet because I obviously haven't seen the other future contenders, but for me, this is the second or third best movie I've seen this year, behind Captain America Civil War, and right there, like basically tied with The Jungle Book. This film is very well paced throughout, and I never felt bored with the development of the story or the character interactions or anything like that. This story consistently builds up to an explosive finale in a way that's dramatic and exciting and even humorous. One thing that completely surprised me about this film was the amount of quality humor that's present in it. There's actually a lot of it. This film has an incredible balancing and mixing of drama and humor that takes place here. Jeff Bridges' character was actually the funniest character of the big four, but they all have their funny moments. Each of them contribute to various scenes that had me chuckling a decent amount. It's not like roll on the floor laughing humor, but it really worked for me because this film is much more than just two brothers robbing banks and two cops trying to catch them. There's a lot of bonding within the two duos that take place, and this allows us to better explore the characters and their personalities and their motivations. Another feat that the filmmakers pulled off in this one that I've rarely experienced while watching tons and tons of movies is compelling me to root for both sides. You spend enough time with both the brothers and the two Texas Rangers that I became connected and invested in both of their interests. And when things come to a head in the climax of the film, I didn't know who to root for because it's the Texas Rangers' duty to catch these guys robbing banks, and Marcus is retiring in a couple weeks and you want to see him make it out of it okay, but at the same time, I understand why the two brothers are robbing these banks and they don't want to hurt anybody. They're almost doing this out of necessity. So when things start getting pretty crazy, I just felt like a parent whose kids were fighting, like, look guys, let's just walk away from this and everyone go cool off for a while. Needless to say, the acting in this film was outstanding. Chris Pine absolutely nailed his role as the younger brother Toby, and he's the more thoughtful and conservative one, while his older brother Tanner, played by Ben Foster, is more the wild and reckless one that, while funnier, is a little less stable. I was actually worried about how Ben Foster would do in this movie because I wasn't sure he would fit in this role, but boy was I wrong because he nailed this role in a very funny, dramatic, and exciting way. He brought a lot of life to his character, and he and Chris Pine had a lot of chemistry on screen together as a brotherly duo. Jeff Bridges and Gil Birmingham also had a ton of chemistry on screen together, and their interactions were mostly pretty hilarious. They definitely had some serious interactions as well, but these two are just very likable, calm, and collected, yet capable characters that add a conflicting perspective to the bank robbing brothers. Jeff Bridges especially shined in his role as Marcus, which was honestly no surprise to me because he nails every role he acts. But overall, this movie is primarily a four-character movie, and all four actors nailed their respective role. The cinematography in this film is also exceptional. Although this film takes place in Texas, it was filmed in New Mexico, and the scenery is absolutely amazing to look at. Not just the landscapes, but the small towns and the banks and even the people's outfits all allow you to immerse yourself into the setting of this story and feel like you're there. From a technical standpoint, everything about this film looks nice. This is actually one of the best looking films I've seen this year, to be honest, because it's so adaptable. The film technically adapts to whatever the mood for that specific scene is in a way that complements the actors' performances, whether it be a humorous one or a dramatic one or even an action-packed suspenseful one. I also loved the music in this film. There were some excellent choices of music by the filmmakers in this one that really supplemented the on-screen action perfectly. Kudos to the composers Nick Cave and Warren Ellis on a job well done. I really recommend you guys check out the soundtrack for this film if you get a chance. The dialogue and character interactions were also extremely well written. There's a ton of scenes that take place in various parts of the film that provide you with conversations and insight within the two duos that explore the characters' backstory backstories, personalities, motivations, and so on, and this allows you to better understand why each side believes what they're doing is right. Once again, this film, even in the dialogue, is extremely adaptable and can make the transition from drama to comedy very quickly and very smoothly. Okay, so overall, I really enjoyed this film. I thought it had a very unique, exciting, and dramatic story, great acting and dialogue, some amazing cinematography, and awesome music. And what I didn't like about this film? Nothing. I loved everything about it. I'm gonna give this film a 10 out of 10 and say that it's a must-see if you're above the age of 17 and can go see an R-rated movie. So did you guys see Hell or High Water yet? What did you think of it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if not, let me know whether you'd be interested in watching this film or not. And as always, if you like this video, click that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for much more content like this. My next video is gonna be a big one, by the way. I'll have it out sometime later this week, and it's gonna be my top 10 movies of summer 2016, so look out for that. In the meantime, hit me up with some comments as to your top summer 2016 films and what you think should make my list. I want to hear your guys' opinions on this topic as well. That's all for now though. This is WillFoxification signing off. See you in the next review.